We salute all of you for being here and taking the time to even learn more today. And we really view science through this lens of equity, that it is so important that all of our students have these experiences, especially during their early years, when they're forming their ideas about who they are and what they're interested in and thinking about their place in the world. So thank you. That's what energizes us. And I hope that you'll share with your fellow teachers when they want to strengthen their science teaching to turn to CRS, and we're here to help them. We have a bunch of resources, and if you come away with nothing today other than this, I hope that you will bookmark this webpage from our website. We curate all kinds of resources, and there's a lot there. You want to learn about having scientists come visit your classroom. You have a question and you just want to get some support. There's a button there. Give me some help. Just click on it. Email us, ask. We've got toolkits and templates. You want to do science notebooking? We've got all kinds of templates and resources about it, all kinds of things. We curate our own professional development and let you know about what is available from so many other partners. We've had a lot of resources around climate literacy and environmental education. You're looking for field trips, grants, whatever you're looking for. But it can be intimidating because there's so much information there. So don't feel like you have to spend lots of time digging around. There's a button that says, need help, ask us. Just click on that and we'll help you find what you're looking for. We are so excited to have all of the partners who are here today. And there are other partners who weren't able to join us today. All of those resources we keep curated on our webpage, and you'll be able to see what they offer for both in-person and virtual field trips, what they offer for families and science in the community, teacher professional development, and other kinds of teaching resources. And we keep this up to date. We're always adding to it and making sure it reflects the latest of what's available. So we encourage you to check that resource, to know that it's there, and to share that with your fellow teachers. We also know that it takes money sometimes to put your ideas into action. If you're looking for funding, you've got a great idea, this is a good resource to check. But again, you can always just reach out to Corinne and she'll help you find the thing that you're looking for. As I mentioned, we've been doing a lot of work around climate and environmental literacy. This is something that a lot of our students are really driving. They want to learn more, they want to be more active, and they want to understand the issues so their actions can be effective. So we have a whole series of resources related to the professional development series that we offered last school year. Those are all still archived on the web page at this link. And we are continuing that series virtually this year, and we already have the first of the professional development sessions listed on that web page. So if you're looking to bring more environmental or climate literacy into your teaching, this is a great resource to check, and we'll be offering many more throughout the year.
Teresa, on that one, just too, many of the partners on the call, or some of the partners, have worked with us to develop those workshops. So many of the partner groups that you will be seeing today, like Chabot and Stop Waste, I don't think they're here today, and others have created these workshops either themselves or we've partnered together and created some really dynamic ones. So just encourage you to, as a teacher, participate, or as an institution, if you'd like to offer some. They've been a great opportunity to grow our best practices, and really climate change is so paramount now in everything that we're doing. So yeah, thanks for those of you that did participate, and looking forward to working with you.
And particularly this year, we're really looking to help teachers that spent a lot of time last year learning about some of the science, learning about some of the local data sources, learning about how they could bring this into their class. And this year, we know there's a big focus for a lot of teachers on putting something into action, doing a student action plan, participating in a citizen science. How do you get your kids to really be engaged in something at their grade level, at something that's appropriate and of interest and relevant to your community and your students? So we're really excited to be helping teachers navigate that and find those resources. And then professional development. So you're here today. This is one of our professional development offerings. And like the grant calendar, we have on our website a calendar that has all of the dates for upcoming workshops, both CRS workshops and those being offered by our partners here. So again, if you're at a partner organization, make sure to let us know so we can add it to the calendar. And if you hover over any of those things on the calendar, you'll see the details, and they're color coded, so you'll know. Some of them are one-time events, some of them are ongoing. You're signing up to be part of a multi session or overtime professional development. So that's a great resource for you. And the last thing I really want to share with you, and I'm super excited about, because you are all here, so I know all of you teachers who are here today can earn this recognition. Many of you have done our Science Superstar challenges over the years. This is our 11th year of having a challenge that's designed to motivate and support the teaching of science, but also really elevate it and hold it up and share some recognition so other teachers can see it's possible and you can do it. So this year we have revised our Science Superstar program, knowing that it's going to be a really challenging year for everybody. And we just want to focus on what the students are doing. We want to make sure there's a sense of equity and inclusion, and that science is not some siloed off thing that only specialists can do, that it's in the community, that's in our daily lives, and we can all be scientists in our daily lives. So each month there'll be a new challenge. The October challenge has just been posted. Thank you to some teachers who gave us some feedback and helped us to develop it. There's lots of resources there to help you if you haven't done any science yet and you want to jump in to help you. But essentially the challenge itself is to do a science scavenger hunt with your students and figure out what is the science in their daily life. Where do they see science in their daily life? That's the October challenge. And you can learn more about it on the website. We have information about the whole program this year, and we have the first challenge, the October challenge is posted. And if you do 4 of the 6, you'll get bronze recognition. If you do 5 of the 6, you'll get silver recognition. And if you do all 6, well, then you get the gold level recognition and there'll be prizes. And we really know this is going to be a challenging year for science. So we want to encourage you to be ambassadors for science and to really, we know all of you can earn this recognition, and we look forward to seeing what you and your students do and feedback as we continue to roll this out throughout the year. Last thing I need to mention, if you're doing great stuff, as I mentioned, share it out with us so we can share it with the wider world. And we have our social media platforms. You can link to any of them or find them on our website. And we're always trying to spotlight, highlight, and elevate the awesome work that our teachers and our partners do. So now I'm really excited to have the opportunity to share with you what's happening at some of our local science centers. That's what today is about. And we wanted to give first up an opportunity for our 2 treasured East Bay Science Centers, Chabot Space and Science and the Lawrence Hall of Science, to tell us what they've been up to and what they have coming. And you're lucky, you're getting a sneak peek about what's in store for when they open. And first up, we're gonna have Sarah from Chabot Space and Science. And Sarah, do you want me to stop sharing so you can share your slides now, or should I keep this? Okay.
Yeah, why don't we do that?
Okay, I will stop sharing.
I think you'll need to give me access to share. Okay, wonderful, thank you. Good morning, everyone. My name is Sarah Stone, and I am fairly new to Chabot Space and Science Center. I started in May. I have mainly worked in formal education for most of my career, and I actually recognize some names. Hi, Paulette. Hi, Julie, from my previous positions. And I'm really excited to be at Chabot Space and Science Center. I see what we're doing as we reopen as both a refresh and something completely new and different, and I'm really excited about it. My personal belief is that students are leading the way. And so I'm really excited to actually introduce two of our students, and Dan Stanton, who is our youth development manager, who's been working with our Galaxy Explorer program for many, many years. And I'd love to introduce Megan and Banu to talk a little bit more about the exciting things that are going to happen in November when we reopen. Before I do that, I just want to highlight a couple of things that we are offering right now. We do have pre-recorded packages or virtual field trips that we've just made available for free on our website. So you can go to, if you go to the field trips page, you can download the videos and the information for how to hold those virtual field trips. We are, as I said, going to be opening in November. Beginning in January, we will start taking reservations for field trips that will start in February and March, in-person field trips, I should say. We're also excited because we're going to be launching some teacher professional learning communities of practice in January, both with some pilot schools, elementary pilot schools, and some secondary teachers. And one of the things I think that we're probably the most excited about is our Learning Everywhere initiative, where we're working with community-based organizations and schools to bring some of what we do up at the center down into the community and do deeper learning, connected projects that are really impacting students and what students are concerned about. One of the things I heard mentioned just previously is environmental literacy and justice. And I think that that is something we want to support our communities to really unpack and figure out what we can do to shift what's going on. So yeah, we have exciting things. And as I mentioned, we have two of our Galaxy Explorers, and the person who's been leading Galaxy Explorers, I would say that one of the things I've been most impressed with in coming over to Chabot is learning about how incredible our Galaxy Explorer program is. It's our program for our high school students. They are truly, as I said, leading the way. And we are continuing to recruit. Specifically, our goal is to focus on really diversifying the STEAM workforce and supporting opportunity and access to that. And with some of the things that we're going to be doing as we reopen, specifically with a NASA partnership, that is the goal. So I'm actually going to turn it over to Banu, Megan, and Dan to talk a little bit about what you can expect when we reopen in November.
Good morning. Thank you for the introduction, Sarah. So I'm Megan. I'm a sophomore at UCSD. I've been with the program for probably like 3 or 4 years now, but it's really been an amazing experience, and we are very excited to start having this like rebranding and the new activities and exhibits that are going to be coming with the reopening in November. So some of the activities and exhibits that we are bringing involve things that are related to NASA. So they're giving us a wind tunnel, and we are doing some cool experiments with that wind tunnel, such as creating paper airplanes and helping kids kind of like learn about flight patterns and just various aero-related stuff for that exhibit. We also have things with rovers where kids are able to drive around a rover around different landscapes and environments. So we have a lot of cool activities and exhibits, and Banu, if you want to add anything.
Yeah, hi, my name is Banu. I go by any pronouns, and I'm a freshman at Berkeley City College. Like Megan, I've been with the program for over 3 years now. And yeah, on the Galaxy Explorer side, as one of the more experienced interns, and leading other interns and other Galaxy Explorers, we have a lot of special interest teams that are doing special projects that will be benefiting the public. For example, we have a cadet team that's working on creating new science theater, things around the center, like planet cosplay, just to excite kids and like, give them and make science feel more real and personal to them. Similarly, we have a lot of other student projects that might be, showcased or turned into demos and interactive things. And yeah, I think I'll pass it on to Dan.
Well, it's great to be here, and I'm just so I'm glad that this Banu and Megan are here to share their experiences with everyone. The one thing I want everyone to check out. It was on the first slide. I'm going to put it in the chat.
Oops, Dan, I think you might have muted.
Yep. Zoom, I'm so done with this. But here you go. Here's in the chat. I'm going to put the student website. So Megan is currently managing this website, and we've had it going for about 2 years, 3 years. I guess we started 3 years ago, but really in the last year, it became something really special because we were forced to develop all these, do these scientist interviews, do student projects, we started a YouTube channel and really started to add content to it. So check that out. And that just sort of will give a sort of overview of what the students are doing in these special interest teams especially. But yeah, at Chabot, the students are going to be critical to what we're doing. And so we have 215 high school volunteers in the program, and they're going to be like, there's going to be 20 to 40 of them here every weekend. So come on by and get involved and check out what they're doing.
Thank you, Dan. So just to kind of reiterate a couple of things that Megan, Banu, and Dan said, one of the things that I'm the most excited about in our reopening is that the exhibits that we have are very highly interactive, and the Galaxy Explorer students are actually in charge of supporting the creation of many of our exhibits and interactive experiences. So you will see some really amazing, incredible hands-on experiences that our students have actually created. And what's a better way to learn than from other students? So I'm super excited about the reopening. I think the NASA experience is going to be really fun, as well as a really great education opportunity. So I'm excited to see you guys come visit when we are open. Thank you. Thanks for the opportunity. I appreciate it.
Thank you for sharing. I am so excited. I can't wait to come and see what all the new features are, and to experience the student-led programming, and what a great way to learn, to have to teach, right? So that is a really exciting pathway for students to experience field trips as elementary school students, and then perhaps to be able to participate as middle and high school students in helping to actually design the experiences. So that's really exciting. Can't wait to visit and see everything new at Chabot. And so now we are going to turn to Reyna Hamilton to hear about the hall, the Lawrence, which is a struggle for me because I'm a dinosaur, and so it's always been the hall, and their new rebranding includes an emphasis on being the Lawrence. So Reyna, I have your slides, so if you would like to just let me know to advance them for you, and thank you for being here and for sharing.
Thank you so much. Yes, I practice daily, the Lawrence. So, hey friends, welcome back to the Lawrence. We have been very busy over the pandemic, rebranding and sprucing up the place, and also getting ready for our school groups and our public visitors. Slide, please. So we are reopening. It's been forever. I am so excited. We have some soft openings scheduled for the weekends of October 16th and 23rd. We also have some special a member event coming up on the 29th, leading up to the grand reopening on Halloween weekend. We are opening up with a new exhibit. Obviously, we've been busy. Pandemic Detectives. At the end of this slide, at the end of our talk, I'm going to share a link with you so y'all can check out our new exhibit. It's all around community connections and, of course, COVID-19. We have a global issues and community connections exhibit. We're really working hard to invite folks and to go out in the community to co-create exhibits and experiences. We have our oldies and our goodies. design quests and forces, and of course, our curriculum, our camp, and our professional learning. Slide, please. The next few slides are some images. You get a sneak peek as to what it's going to look like when you rejoin us at the museum. So we've been sprucing up and painting and building and installing. Slide, please. All levels of the museum. So from the tippy top down to our classroom space. So it is bright and full of color and lots of joy. And now all we need to hear are tons of kiddos running through the hallways, getting ready for their workshops. Slide, please. Oops, I lost my screen. Okay, there you go. Ooh, this is my favorite. So we are building an outdoor nature lab. So far we've raised a couple $1 million. We began site prep, construction has started, and we hope, everybody fingers crossed, that we can have a grand opening at the end of 2021. Slide, please. The next slide is some artist renderings of what the space is going to look like. So this is an outdoor classroom from native plants and an observation viewing area. This is really going to be a space for you and your kiddos to explore nature. I notice, I wonder, it reminds me of, and to really just be in the space and learn and explore more. Slide, please. Our animal discovery room is being rebranded as Animal Discovery Zone. So we are in the midst of rebuilding that room. So we'll have an all new space, new habitat. It's going to look beautiful, but most of all, it's going to be a space where folks, you and your kiddos can have that enhanced visitor experience. And you could even reserve the room for your class all by yourself. Okay, slide, please. Something else that we're working on right now is our new dome theater. So if you've been to the museum before, you know that we have a planetarium in one of our halls. We are in the process of moving that, and not just moving it for the sake of moving it, but we want it to be a feature and a highlight for our folks, our audiences to explore. So it will not only be a space where you can sit and receive and get the information, but also a hands-on space where you can explore not only space, but also other experiences like ocean exploration. And we also have a CRISPR program. Slide, please. And of course, we have our, check out that new van. It's kind of spiffy, right? So we have our schools, our programs for our schools. So we have our science shows, our festivals. Obviously during the Rona, we went into a virtual option. So those are still available for folks. We've also included a Title I rate for schools. And we're also are going to have a special offering for schools that are 80 to 90% free and reduced. So we're excited to be able to offer additional programming and really reach out. We have a new science show, wildfires, pretty relevant. So that's something that we're proud of as well. And museum group visits as well with all these experiences that you can add on for your school groups. Our curriculum is still going strong. We still have out of school time educator resources and professional learning. On the district level, standards alignment, we still have all of that great stuff still going on. And also something that is a little newish is an expansion of our family learning and community program. So our Lawrence on the Go, spiffy van again, not only goes to schools, but also for community events, community-based organizations throughout our nearby counties. Our Lawrence at Home has also been something that we transitioned to during virtual learning time and something that we want to keep in order to engage communities and folks in different ways, kind of have that digital dialogue. And also our friends at Science at Cal, who also have many programs for families as well. I think that might be the end of our slides. I'm going to drop a link in the chat. This is our new exhibit that we are reopening with and we are working on right now. And we're calling for artifacts. So you have the opportunity to actually have something that you make or build or take a photo of to be in our exhibit. So we're looking for folks, community members, families, youth especially, to contribute to this exhibit. How have you been creative or resilient during COVID-19? What are you looking forward to? So peruse that website and share with your friends in your classes, and we'd be happy to accept some of your submissions into our exhibit. All right, thank you.
Thank you, Reyna. I can't wait to go and explore all of these great resources and to go and see what's new at both of these awesome science centers. So you lucky people today have gotten a little bit of a sneak peek at what's in store, and we'll be sharing with you, of course, as all of these great opportunities and programs continue to roll out. And I love the way that you're thinking about both bringing visitors up to these amazing science centers, but also more ways to bring the science out to the community and to involve people in other spaces to be participating in these science learning experiences. So it's really exciting to hear about. So thank you so much for sharing. So with that, we're going to begin and start with Ashley Salazar from the Marine Science Institute. Ashley, are you there? You can take it away.
Hi, good morning, everyone. Thank you so much, CRS, for inviting us, and welcome teachers. We're so excited to have our programming available for you this upcoming school year. So we have been conducting both our online and virtual programs, and as well as our in-person programming as well. So we have everything basically available for our teachers this year. You can see on this slide, we actually have programs from pre-K all the way up through high school and even college. So whatever grade level you have, we have programs available for you. And if you can see on my screen, you might be able to see our boat. This is actually one of our most popular programs. Our Discovery Voyage is out on our research vessel. It's a 90-foot vessel that is also a 4-hour-long program. And that's one of our most popular programs for grades 4 and up. And we'll take that out into the San Francisco Bay and help our students learn some new equipment, scientific equipment, learn about the San Francisco Bay, learn a little bit about marine science and the creatures that live there. So all of our programs, we try to promote our marine science, try to also inspire stewardship in our students, and no matter what grade level we're at, no matter what learning level we're at, we're happy to teach to your students and help them learn and get some real hands-on experience with those creatures, those animals, and also with some scientific equipment as well. And what I'm going to do right now is put in our chat our link to our booking form. So if you already know you're interested in marine science, you have a marine science maybe portion, learning about maybe the tide pools or some other habitat, and you want to supplement that program, go ahead and follow our booking form. You can send that information through that booking form. It actually goes directly to me, and I'd be happy to discuss further about what programs might be best for your group. Thank you again for having us, and that's all for me.
Oh, Ashley, you did a fantastic job modeling how to get that all in 2 minutes. Thank you so much. Any of you, if you haven't had a chance to go and visit the Marine Science Institute and go out on one of their vessels, highly recommended. It is so awesome to experience our bay from a different point of view, and there is so much to learn. So I really encourage you to check out that amazing, amazing resource. Next up, we have Ashley Terry from the Oakland Zoo.
All right, good morning. My name is Ashley, and I'm an education program manager in charge of curriculum development here at the Oakland Zoo. The Conservation Society of California, Oakland Zoo, is happy to announce the return of public programming to engage youth, teens, and the community through on-site and virtual activities. Program offerings include our Zoo at Home webpage that hosts asynchronous and hybrid learning lessons geared towards pre-K through high school learners, in addition to information about our virtual field trips and animal meet and greets. Our in-person activities include lessons that align with grade-specific NGSS standards, are all outdoors, and have options of either zoo educator-led activities or self-guided lessons and adventures. We are excited to offer Title I eligible schools free transportation and fee reductions on a first come, first served basis. So please take advantage of that before those funds run out. I will drop a link in the chat for our reservations. New this year and taking shape over the next several years is our California Trail Collaborative Curriculum Design Project, where I have personally worked and will continue to be working with educators and community leaders to create programming for 4th, middle school, and high school learners, all centered around California Trail animals, in addition to other local flora, fauna, and indigenous cultures and people. We are also happy to announce the return of in-person zoo camp during fall, winter, and spring school breaks. To learn more and to meet an animal friend, please come hang out in my breakout room.
Awesome. Wow, the Ashleys are knocking it out of the park in terms of modeling how to do this. Thank you so much. And I'm excited. I am so excited about the climate learning project and the work that you're doing around that. It's just an exciting thing to be bringing into the zoo experience. And thank you for sharing about that. All right, next up we have Eric Welker of RAFT.
Good morning, everybody. Happy to be here. Share a little bit about RAFT. I'm sure many people may have heard of it. RAFT is a 27-year-old educational nonprofit, well-established in the Bay Area, founded by a former teacher named Mary Simon. We serve over 8,000 educators annually, and that translates to about 150,000 students we help annually. And we do all this wonderful work by diverting over 300 tons of donated materials from landfills and convert them into educational experiences. And so for the last 10 years, we've actually diverted and upcycled over 1 million cubic feet of materials. So very much in the spirit of environmental activism and being good stewards of the environment. That work is translated into over 700 classroom idea sheets / lesson plans that people could download from our website for free, and also converting a lot of those activity sheets into over 100 STEAM project kits and design challenges for teachers to obtain and use in the classroom. And of course, the pandemic was a little bit of a challenge, so we've pivoted a bit and brought parents into the fold by creating over 120 new learning activity sheets that are STEAM focused, using materials that can be found around the home and also materials that can be found at RAFT. So all of those are bringing families into the educational fold, addressing their needs. But like any other activity, we need to actually train people how to use these tools. So we offer teacher PD, and we also have a mobile maker van, much in the spirit of our friends at the Lawrence Hall of Science, to bring the educational experience to schools and families. We also offer summer camp and after school program support. And all of this we can do with the help of 200 corporate partners and over 6,000 volunteers annually. Thank you. Hope to see you in your breakout room.
Awesome. And I love that emphasis, as many of us, both working with teachers and our partner organizations, have discovered during this pandemic. The family engagement piece has been a really powerful strategy, and we're all looking to continue to build on that. And RAFT has put together some tremendous resources to support that. So thank you, Eric, for sharing. Next, we have Jack Hawley from the Energy Coalition.
Thank you. I'm also joined here with one of our Climate Corps fellows, Lucy Feldner, but thank you so much, CRS, for having us today. My name is Jack Hawley. I'm a senior project coordinator with the Energy Coalition. We're a nonprofit with about 45 years of energy efficiency knowledge and expertise across the state of California. And we're happy to announce that we have this new program called Energy is Everything, which is a TK through 12 environmental program that focuses on 10 different subjects across energy conservation, water conservation, climate literacy, to a lot of different environmental ideas that are all NGS's aligned. And this is a no-cost program for educators that is funded through IOUs, investor-owned utilities. So if you're interested at all in learning more about this program and how you can get a resource toolkit sent directly to your classroom with lesson materials like handheld solar panels, or as well as capacitors and other such things to learn about energy and energy conservation, we have an interest form QR code And I will also be posting in the chat as well to get you started on learning more about our new program that's being rolled out across the PG&E, SCE, the Southern California Edison, SCG, SoCal Gas, and the SDG&E area as well. So again, we're across the state of California, but we do cover a lot of the Bay Area and Northern California region too. But again, join me in the breakout room if you're interested in our Energy is Everything program and how you can learn more about our no-cost resources.
Thank you so much. Did your colleague, Jack, want to say anything as well, or are you?
I think we're all set, but you can talk to both of us in the breakout room when we're together.
Great, great. Well, we know that there is such a growing interest in really bringing in not just theoretical understanding what energy is, but understanding energy in our lives and understanding the connection between energy and climate. And so thank you for sharing these tremendous resources. Teachers are going to be excited to find out what they can get sent, especially with that magic word free. So now we have Allison Bolt from the Tech Interactive, and apologies, Allison, if I mispronounced your last name.
Nope, you got it. Perfect. Hi, everyone. I'm Allison. I apologize for my very sad slide. But I'm the business relationship manager for educator resources at the Tech. And much like all of you, we are still doing professional development with folks. We have a new online course that's Introduction to Design Challenge Learning. And so it takes about 7 hours to go through. And we're actually going to be offering it at a very discounted rate of $21. And that's going to be coming out later this fall. So the Tech has been open since May 29th, and we've been very diligently working to try to address a lot of the gaps that we've all been seeing with kids being at home. So much like you guys, we did some things that we called Tech at Home activities. And so they're kind of like scaled down versions of our longer lessons that are accessible for parents to do at home with their students. And over the summer, the past couple of summers, we've partnered with the Mexican Heritage Plaza. So we provided kits for folks to come up and pick up for their kids so they could do fun at-home activities. As far as our actual physical space, we are starting to have field trips back. And so that's super exciting for us. We're only open Thursdays, Fridays, and then the weekends currently, but we do still have virtual labs available. And of course, like we do waive the fee for Title I schools. And so that is all there for you. And then again, much like what a lot of you are already been saying, we just put in a brand new exhibit called Solve for Earth that is all about conservation and energy use and really understanding that. And it's a beautiful exhibit. It's highly interactive. It's colorful, it's fun. And along with that, we have these things called scientist stories. And so these are scientists like actually out in the field. So kids can actually like relate to what it is that they're seeing there. And then we have a bunch of other things that I'm more than happy to tell you in the breakout room. We have so much, it's really hard to fit everything on a slide. So.
Thank you, Allison. And we know this is a big challenge when we issue this to our partners, like, tell us everything, and we give you 2 minutes and 1 slide. So there's so much more. And we'll continue to share this out in our weekly news blasts with teachers, and we'll be featuring all of these things as well as on our website. But you have a great opportunity to talk with Allison and other partners today to learn more about these wonderful resources, and the Tech is an amazing place. So thank you for joining us today. And so we have next Juliana Gonzalez and Ann Bremer. I'm not sure if you're both here and both going to present from the Watershed Project. Oops, Allison, you might be muted. Oh no, sorry. Juliana or Ann?
I hadn't seen either of them pop in, so I think they might not be here.
Oh, okay. So they might have had a conflict this morning. They gave us this amazing slide, and the Watershed Project, for those of you working particularly in Contra Costa, but more broadly across the East Bay, They have some amazing programs for students, both in person and during this time. They have had some virtual and a lot of outdoor learning, which has been great given this pandemic and doing learning outdoors. So we will share with you their information and their website and continue to share out that information. And this might be a good moment for me to also mention a couple of our other amazing science partners. The Children's Discovery Museum in Sausalito and the Exploratorium both had conflicting events this morning, so they weren't able to send a representative to share with you and be in the breakout room, but we will certainly be sharing with you about all of their exciting resources as well. And next up is going to be the amazing Faith Dukes from Berkeley Lab. And boy, Berkeley Lab has just been doing some tremendous things during this pandemic and so many things going on. So I'm excited to hear from you, Faith.
Hi, Teresa. Hi, everybody. And thanks, CRS, for inviting us this morning. So as Teresa said, my name is Faith Dukes. I'm director of our K-12 STEM education and outreach programs at Lawrence Berkeley National Laboratory. So another Lawrence and Berkeley to throw in the mix there. We are a Department of Energy funded national laboratory, which means we have a number of 1,700 researchers and 1,300 STEM support staff that are supporting mission science here at Berkeley Lab, which was founded in 1931 in one of 17 national laboratories around the country. We do big science, big team science that cannot be supported individually in laboratories, but we bring them all together and the federal government funds them. Our big thing is that we want to support students going from the classroom into the workspace. So you'll see that we focus a lot on work-based learning experiences for high school students, especially during the summer. I know a number of Chabot Space and Science Center students have also jumped over to some of our internships. And so we're happy to be a part of the ecosystem. While we're thinking about this spring and the fall, we are thinking about doing virtual program of career talks, of interactions with scientists. You can book us through our programs on our website. They are free to everyone. We just only stop when we reach capacity, but you can do everything from doing a virtual tour of our quantum test bed to our advanced light source. We do everything except go to the moon or go to the hospital, but we study everything that's at the hospital and on the moon. So NASA sends their samples to us, NIH sends their samples to us, and we do a little bit of everything. And we're excited to share that with students, teachers, and anyone else who's interested. So I look forward to speaking to you all in the breakout room and look forward to interacting with everyone over the course of the year.
Thank you, Faith. That's so exciting. And I know Faith does so much that it is virtually impossible for her to manage to squeeze that into 2 minutes and one slide. I do have to say, Faith, that I absolutely love all the icons on this slide. And if you haven't done it yet, I think they need to be developed into like game cards and we can play a game with like, what do these icons mean? I love them. They're amazing. Thank you for sharing. All right, next up we have Clea Matson from the California Academy of Sciences. Are you there, Clea?
Hi, good morning, everybody. I'm Clea from the California Academy of Sciences Teacher Professional Development Team. And something I want to make sure to share with you all today is that we do have some in-person programs back starting this fall. So you can sign up for in-person field trips for school groups at the same discounted rate as before. Right now, they're open for registration. And we're gradually bringing back in-person teacher workshops for right now outside in Golden Gate Park in San Francisco. And there's one workshop that's open right now for registration on our workshop calendar. And I'm happy to share in the breakout room later more details about that and our policies around safety and for all of our in-person stuff, so I can explain more details. And we're continuing to offer online experiences, including our interactive live streams / virtual field trips for K-8 students and interactive workshops for teachers, and registration for both for fall is open now. And of course, we continue to have just a large collection of free resources that you can browse on our website. And one newish resource that I wanted to share with you that's being continually updated and kind of has been built over the last year and a half is our Science at Home page. And on that page, there is a growing library of activity packs for ages 4 to 11 that have like guided videos and hands-on activities and experiments, and each one focuses on a theme. There are lots of themes, but there's like butterflies, rainforests, sharks, rockets and rovers, but there's a few more. So you can access all of these things on our educators page, that URL up at the top. And we also have a e-news that you can subscribe to. We send out an email like every 1 to 2 weeks max with new opportunities and resources so you don't miss out on new stuff. So I'd love to see you in the breakout room later if you have any more specific questions. Thank you.
Thank you, Clea. And it's so exciting. Cal Academy's had, I think probably because you have the animals and you had to have people there, you've had people back in the building and doing in-person visits for much of the pandemic. And we're excited to have the opportunity for more student groups to come back, and field trips, and the outdoor workshops, and of course the virtual workshops. And Cal Academy was ahead of the game. You had been experimenting and delivering virtual field trips. We know the penguin experience had been something as a Science Superstar Prize for years prior to having to make this shift to distance learning. So you helped a lot of us had that a little bit of experience. We were able to learn as we pivoted to distance learning from our early experiences with you. So thank you for sharing that. Next up, we have the California Coastal Commission, and I believe we have Annie Kohut-Franco with us today. Annie, are you there?
I am. Hi.
Hi.
So thank you for this great opportunity to talk to you this morning. So we're a state government agency and everything we have is free. So I just tried to list a short list of some of our resources for educators, and you've got the directions on how to find our webpage that lists these and more. One thing that's happening soon is we have grants, and schools are eligible to apply. There's no minimum number that you can apply for, but up to $50,000 for marine, coastal, education related, or conservation related projects. So if you have some ideas that you just don't have the money for, take a quick look at that. Other things, we have a home resources page of selected activities that work very well at home, either guided by a teacher or by parents. One of our newest resources are related to environmental justice. So we have a page of standalone activities, streaming videos, and also a unit of 5 lessons. I know a lot of you are for younger students, but there are some concepts, like we're heavily looking at the concept of benefits versus burden. So when we're thinking about environmental issues and decision making, who benefits, who is burdened, that is something that younger students definitely can think about and understand. And it's a very important concept, especially these days, but always. Our art and poetry contest is coming up. So if you're looking for a creative outlet, you've taught about the ocean, you want your students to kind of process that, that is due at the end of January. So that's a fun opportunity we've had for many years. Lots of other programs. Julian just signed up for the schoolyard cleanup program. I got the email, so thank you, Julian. I will be sending you your supplies. Happy to tell you more about all of these resources in the breakout room. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Annie. And I particularly love the way that always, but particularly during this pandemic and the distance learning and having to rethink how we do things, how you have really highlighted the connections between the coast. The coast isn't just at the coast. The coast is in our communities in terms of thinking about those cleanups and the things that flow out into the bay and into our coast, and really building those connections. Some really amazing programming, and I've been so thankful to be able to get to the coast for some outdoor time during this pandemic, as always. But I love those connections that you're really highlighting, even to the schools and communities. So thank you for sharing those. All right, next up we have Ben the Lavender, and I believe also Jan Robertson, tag teaming to share with us from Central San, and they have done some workshops with us. One of the most fun workshops that we did during our pandemic. So I'm happy to invite both Ben and Jan to share.
Good morning, everyone. Thank you for having us. Yeah, we love doing workshops with CRS, and we're actually going to be doing another one in October, I believe. Just got a confirmation.
Yes.
So I represent Central San. We treat Contra Costa County's wastewater, although we work in partnership with sewer agencies throughout the Bay Area and throughout the state of California. I have one job, which is to teach people of all ages what happens to our dirty water after it goes down the drain. It's a pretty, in my opinion, a conspicuously absent part of the story of water in California. As a public agency, all of our programs are free of charge to teachers. And we send educators and all supplies to your school or your virtual school, whatever it is that you have. So we have classroom programs if you are in person, and we can send teachers and supplies to your classroom to do hands-on wastewater science. If you have virtual sort of setups, or this greater situation takes a nosedive, we got you covered there too. We have lots of hands-on sort of activities for students, as well as virtual field trips of our wastewater treatment plant, our wastewater laboratory, our collection systems, and a variety of other parts of our system. One thing that we love to do and would love to be able to do hopefully soon, all of our programs can be done outdoors. And those can be done on the blacktop of your school as part of your after school program, but we do them at events back when we had those. All of our programs can be done outdoors as well. Yeah, and we are just really excited to sort of be able to continue to work with teachers and students in whatever capacity we can. We are incredibly dynamic and flexible, and will work with whatever your context allows. We have something for you. So thank you for the time. Yeah, and we look forward to meeting you in the breakout room.
Awesome. Thank you for sharing about that. And there are some really fun and creative ways to explore these really important topics and the things kids might be curious about. And so it's great to tap into that curiosity and use that as an opportunity to introduce some of these bigger concepts related to our environment. So thank you for sharing that. Next up, we have Shay Hart from Kids for the Bay.
Hi, everyone. I'm also here with my colleague, Corey, and I think she's going to be speaking on this.
Great.
Good morning, everyone. Thanks for having us here. I'm one of the program managers at Kids for the Bay, and Kids for the Bay is an environmental education nonprofit that's based in Berkeley. We are coming up on our 30-year anniversary this next October, so we're excited for that. We are serving schools from Contra, Costa, and Alameda counties, and we believe that everyone is an environmentalist. So that's something that we're bringing home in all of our programs or in classrooms. We really want to connect students with nature, turn students on to hands-on science learning. So all of our programs include some kind of hands-on science and getting students outside. We are going into classrooms this year. We also have virtual resources and programs that were created last year since we were all distance learning. So that's all still available on our website. We also want to work to inspire environmental action and leadership. So we do cleanups and we create that environmental stewardship through series of lessons in different programs. So we have scholarship and fee-based programs going into classrooms. And we also have those like for field trips as well. And fees are based off of a % of like free and reduced lunch at your school. And we also have follow-up support program for teachers. So those teachers who have gone through our programs before, I've recognized some of the teacher names that have joined. And we will work with teachers for the following year on programs as well. And we have summer camps available, and we'd love to work or talk with you in our breakout room.
Thank you so much. And if you haven't seen a Kids for the Bay program, oh my goodness, this past spring, one of the teachers invited us to join their virtual performance and presentation of kind of the culmination, and it was the most adorable thing ever. So I encourage you to check it out. We have Norman from Save Nature, correct?
Correct.
Yes, we do. Am I live?
You are live.
Oh, great. Well, listen, Save Nature brings science and excitement and fun to every teacher and every student in the Bay Area. Obviously, the Insect Discovery Lab is one of our strongest programs, been around for a long, long time. It's fee-based. We go 50 miles in any direction, and it links students to Save Nature. And what I mean by that is that we created the Adopt an Acre program, and students are really suffering on what they can do for climate. And the Adopt an Acre program literally, even with the smallest donation, kids recycling and then raising funds, helps save habitat in the wild of, let's say, Costa Rica, but we're working in about 11.4 million acres. So there's plenty to do. I don't know if you can see this because I can't see myself, but obviously this is something, and you can shake your, this is the one of our eastern lubber grasshoppers, and we bring about 7+ animals into your school or to do virtual programming. And we've done a tremendous amount of that. It works. Virtual programming when we're doing the Insect Discovery Lab works just with Zoom. And of course, we're doing in person, and we also do the Nature Academy, which is owl pellet dissection and squid dissection for slightly older students. But we go from pre-K all the way up to high school. And just to tease, because I don't know if Teresa will get a chance to come into the room with us, but here, this changes people's lives. This changes children's lives. And once you put nature into someone's hand, it's a short step to saving it around the world. And that is something that we can do with all of you teachers and all of the students. And we have learning guides on our website, which I know everyone does, but you have the recipes as well. So in case you're thinking about serving up some special chocolate chip cookies, I'll help you bake along with you, or certainly talk about the recipe. And if you have any questions, I look forward to seeing everybody in the breakout room.
Awesome. Thank you so much, Norman. And thanks for being our final presenter of our rapid round robin of everything. And I don't know about you all, but I am so inspired. I want to try all of these great resources.